when you're watching an action anime with powers, there's always going to be elemental abilities that we're all interested in seeing. And let's be real, it's fire that we're trying to see, because there's never been a fire character that's disappointed like that. I've said before, lightning and electricity are my favorite powers in all of anime, or any kind of media. But fire is without a doubt in second place for me. I've never been disappointed by a character who uses flames. I think it might just be the flames that actually make the character interesting. I'm not ranking it based off strength, I'm ranking it based off enjoyment and basically how cool the character is, so yeah. Now at number 9, I have to put in Jogo. Jogo is actually strong. Like we all have to agree, Jogo is strong. This guy got put up against the 2 strongest in the verse at different points in time and survived the first one while losing to the second one, who happened to be stronger. The fact that he managed to escape the fight with Gojo in the first place is actually a big feat. This guy has his own domain expansion and he's already pretty much a special grade curse. Even though he was getting completely dog walked by Sukuna, he was actually doing damage to the city. If any of the grade 1 sorcerers got put against Jogo, they would lose. I mean, he already killed Naobito and he damn near killed Nanami and pre-awakened Maki, though they were already damaged. He's interesting, but like I feel like the amount of time that he was in the show, it was fair because there wasn't much to do with his character. I would have liked to see him pretty much dominate a fight for once, but yeah, no, it was fine. Now the next character on my list is number 8, Shoto Todoroki. Shoto is your average nonchalant. No, I'm not saying that, bro. I'm not saying that. That's disgusting. I'd say Shoto's abilities they're okay. They don't interest me much. He's only half fire and half ice. He only starts using his fire in season 2. But I do like the way he uses it. The Flash Fire Fist is definitely a tough ability, but he's more of an Iceman. You know, he's more on the enemy side of the elemental abilities and nobody cares about ice. But yeah, he's fun to watch, especially his fight against Midoriya in the sports festival. Next up on the list, I'm going to use Rengoku because his ability is literally flame breathing. I mean, I could have used Tanjiro, who's sun breathing, but no, I'm just going to talk about Rengoku. Rengoku's pretty much like the perfect Hashira, as everyone knows. His abilities are well-rounded, and his fight against Akaza, though he got absolutely destroyed, just everything about his ability is amazing. I like the way he has that flame dragon when he's fighting Akaza, even though according to the creator, you can't actually see the breathings. It's still a crazy concept. He died quite soon, so we didn't get to see like much from him. His ability is kind of basic, so it's nothing that really goes up on my list too high. You know, it's kind of just flame sword, flame wheels, but it's definitely up there. Now at number 6 is someone that I'm genuinely excited to talk about, because Gabimaru, the way he uses his flames is actually tough. Just the design of the flames alone is what puts him up this high. The first time I saw this guy in episode 1 walking towards them covered in flames, that has never left my mind. Like, I'm not gonna lie, people talk a lot of rubbish about Hell's Paradise, but I'm definitely gonna watch the next season. I might even rewatch the first season. That was good, man. And if I'm being honest, it's quite a close draw in between 5 and 6. But at 5, I'm gonna put Shinra, even though he's from Fire Force where everyone literally uses flames. Like, that's the whole concept. Just he himself is someone I'm gonna put on the list, because the first time I saw this guy flying around with flames shooting out of his feet, I knew I was gonna love this character. You don't usually see that, and I love when characters use their feet to fight. Like, I go crazy for kicks. I like the whole concept of him being a demon who's actually a hero. I like the whole concept of his Adola burst. Shinra is a solid character. Plus, he has a tough nickname, the Devil's Footprint. Name me one new gen name that is better than that. So yeah, that's pretty much why he's up this high. Now at number 4, I got Roy Mustang. I only just remembered Roy Mustang when I was planning this out last night, because he definitely deserves where he is. Roy Mustang's ability has to be one of the smartest ways I've seen the fire ability used. The way he uses a lighter to set homunculi on fire is actually crazy. The way he did Envy at the end of the show, when he was constantly snapping forth, snapping back, snapping forth, snapping back, was something that I had to rewind like 3 times. I'm pretty sure it was him that wiped out the majority of Scar's people. We're not even gonna talk about what he did to Lust. Even when this man ended up becoming blind, he still used it effectively. Whenever Roy Mustang comes on screen, it's absolute cinema. Now at number 3, I got Old Man Yamamoto because his Bankai is top tier. If I had to choose any Bankai to have from that show, I would choose his in a second. That's probably because there's no lightning abilities. Well, there's Shunko, but there's no Zanpakuto with lightning abilities that are that good. Bro, when I saw this guy stepping in Soul Society and shake Shunsui and his lieutenant with his spiritual pressure alone, I'm pretty sure they were burning or something. I knew that was the Zanpakuto I would want if I ever got one, which I'm never gonna get. The way he uses it normally is actually pretty simple and pretty basic, but he makes it look so cold. And like I said at the start of the video, flames are literally a very generic elemental ability in these power systems, but giving them to the 1st Division captain is actually something that's so simple yet so smart, because he carries it so well. Now for 2nd place, I don't actually have a main character for this. I have a whole clan. The Uchiha clan uses flames in that show like no one else. Every single Uchiha has let off at least 2 great fireball jutsus. Name one clan or one character that is better at fireball jutsu than any of the Uchiha. I would talk about Sasuke by himself, but I kind of consider him a lightning user. Even though he isn't really, I guess that's what I want him to be. Now, you might come at me for this last one, but at number 1, without a doubt, and I'm not going to change this no matter what anyone says, I have Mereoleona from Black Clover. Not even her brother, Mereoleona. Mereoleona literally is not a captain simply because she didn't feel like teaching weaklings. Have you ever seen Mereoleona miss? No. She never ducks a fade. She never lets anyone dominate her in fights. Even when she's been clearly beaten, she stands up and she ends up winning. She uses flame fists and she's able to use straight hands if need be. This lady literally trains at volcanoes for fun, no apparent reason whatsoever, and we already know that she's easily top 3 anime women of all time, along with Mikasa and Maki, and you can argue with me on that. Bro, she doesn't even use a salamander, weapons, a book, a wand, anything like anyone in that show. She uses straight fists. I could rearrange this whole list and I would put her at the top again. Now, I know I didn't talk about certain characters such as Ace from One Piece, or maybe just some random character from Hunter x Hunter. I haven't even watched it, and I haven't watched One Piece either. Tell me if anyone's watching this, then tell me other shows where there are flame users that should have been on this list. Drop your rankings down below. And yeah, thanks for listening.